Part of tampering in the Altgens #6 photo of the Kennedy during the Kennedy assassination, and for the briefest recapitulation possible, JFK's limo, follow-up Secret Service, Clint Hill, LBJ's limo, Dal Tex Bldg, Texas School Book Depository. Now, we already determined that, contrary to Lyndon Johnson's testimony, that wonderful, wonderful fellow was actually sitting right there. That's his head right there. So look for the previous video for the full exposition on that, his lies and what that means, including the, excuse me, my tripod's slightly not working right, and the extension of the shadow ink in of the Secret Service guy to partly block him, leading us to the negative was not available, and what other doctoring is there. Then we did look at big head mama, anatomically absurd, much bigger head, no features, and there's even some where you can see where it's white along the top. That's where that was laid in. And then of course the wonderful big head baby, the Yukon ski cap mom blocking the mobster, and the redoubtable Edward Baker has independently now verified that using CGI based on comparison with the Towner film as we saw. Now we're going to look at this figure. This is some people say this is Lee Harvey Oswald, other people say it's Billy Lovelady, but the point is that heavy doctoring is going on in here, so we're going to look at that. Alright, here we have a pretty good close-up actually with the character. There's, the mom that wasn't there. There are two women in the foreground, and now this is the character. The most important thing that jumps out that caught my eye originally was like, well, I thought it's like a reflection in this is like a reflection in the glass door he has yet to push open, but there was no glass door. And then it's like, oh, well, it's a white towel? Well, no, it's not a white towel. It's a dark room error. You can see right here how it's leaking. See how this granulated, and it's up into his face. So that kind of takes towel out of the equation. Excuse me, my tripod just isn't working like I want. Broken screw. So nonetheless, we see that this extends all the way down to here and is not a natural phenomenon. The strange shape of it, the bleeding, that stuff shows you that's light leakage under, look how crisp that edge is, under a mat. That implies that the figure was put in, or possibly it's a function of a mistake that was made masking them in. Behind this character appears to be someone's lower jowl, and that may be their shirt right there, the person behind. Alright, now notice the curvilinear element to his chin. It's broad, pretty wide, but the shadow is like a right angle. It's super sharp. It does not comport with the shape of his chin. Further erosion around the mouth details because of the same problem that we see on this light leakage towel. Now this is really great. Watch this. This is his shirt. I mean, that's the main thing. But here's his shirt. It's checked, pretty fine checking. Now his arm, shoulder, right? His arm goes, and the sleeve just goes on and on and on, and finally makes it down here behind this woman's head with no indication that it's ending. That's anatomically absurd. Now another thing is nobody knows. This is great. This guy, that's a black dude. That's his head. That's his hairline, that's his forehead, that's his eyes, that's his nose, that's his mouth. Right there. It's awfully suggestive if you ask me, and I'm not overly imaginative in these areas. Why would a guy be sitting there having his face jammed into the lintel while the president's going by? Everyone's looking at the president. He's going to sit there just for the enjoyment of having his head pressed into the door frame by a white man's belly? No. That's further indication that this is seriously messed up. So, there you go. Right. That's definite and total proof of darkroom, light leakage, and doctoring again. Now we're going to look at one other